tried vlogging for a whole week 6 months ago, and then I didn't have a chance to edit it at the time, and then I kind of just forgot about it. So I have now edited it, and here is a vlog for a full week from 6 months ago. So here she is, little baby Tink. Yeah, she's now called Nora, and she is now fully grown, and I will be making videos about her soon. She's had her first feed with me, and now I think she's ready for a nap, and as you can see, Echo and Delta are very much interested. Echo, no, get off the table. But she's not moving around yet, she can't stand yet, she's just sort of squished up in this little ball surrounded by a load of towels, keeping her nice and warm. So she's had a good feed, she's had just over half a day old chick for this evening's feed. So I'm going to tuck her in and then put her to bed, and then we'll get her back out and see how everything is tomorrow. So, short one for Monday, should be a vlog every single day to make up the full week. But I only started in the evening of the Monday, so short one for today, but I will see you all in the morning. Good morning, little chicken. Daughter saying hello. Yeah? Saying hello. Alright, sorry. I have just had this big package arrive. Another box. I don't know which towel I can use and which I can't, which are covered in poo and which isn't. Open up the tiny little door. There we go, one happy little Kestrel in her new miniature dog crate until she goes out in an aviary. And also, I have just found in her box a couple of casts, which is nice. So, that means she can have a feed in a little bit. I'm going to give the Kestrel her first feed of the day. As I've sorted everybody's food out. She has got a big enough beak now that it doesn't need to be blended up, so I have just with a pair of scissors really finely chopped it up. And I'm not going to feed her myself. I'm actually going to put it in this little pot here. Hopefully she can reach over. That actually might be quite a little bit too big. Let's see, what else have I got? Let's have a quick look. Just got around plastic lid from something. So, food on there, and what I'm going to try and do is just sneak it into the crate while she's having a nap, and then run away and leave her to it, because I don't want her to always just associate me with food. So for these first few feeds, I'm going to be doing a mixture of actually feeding her myself, but also just leaving the food with her and running away, letting her feed herself, so I'm not always seen as that food source. Damn it, she's woken up. Oh, hungry little chicken. Right, I'll leave you to it. Entirely go to plan. So I was hoping to sneak it in while she was asleep so she didn't notice I'd done it. But as you saw, she's must be quite hungry because she's up and over straight away. But I've left it with her, and I'll go back and check her in a little bit. But for now, I've got all my tubs of food, so let's go and get these birds flown. First up, Sway, and then... Or not. Are you going? So with Sway at the moment, how I'm rewarding and flying him is variable ratio reinforcement schedule, and the way it's decided on how he gets the reward is if he takes off and flies as soon as I ask him to, then he gets the food. If he does not, then he does not get the food. So that time, it's quite a slow reaction, so no food for that one, which means hopefully this time he will realise that if he's not quick enough, then he doesn't get the food. There, he beat me to it. So see how that has an effect? They realise they need to come and fly over to us when we ask them to, otherwise they do not get the reward for it. Right, sway! There we go, good boy. Good boy. Squirted brain juice all over my hand, lovely. Okay, so that's also Peggy done. She did very well. Started up in the trees and then came down to the perches to fly in more of a sort of display style. And now she's off up into that tree there. I have her big final reward in my glove, which is probably why she's following me now. So I'm just going to get over here just a little bit and then call her in for her final big reward. Right, about there'll do. Can't actually see her, she's on the other side, so this will be a good test. Good girl. And that's Peggy done. Okay, so that's Sky done. I had to take my hat off because I guarantee Sky would have freaked out about it and flown off. I was expecting her to do a little bit better than she did. She wasn't too adventurous. Lately she has been trying to go off some distance and sort of learn to soar, which has been really wonderful. That's exactly what I want her to do, but she didn't bother with that today. She just stayed quite close, was just very lure bound and just sort of passing and passing and passing over and over again. It was still good exercise. Hopefully the weather's a bit better for her tomorrow, and we can give it another go. Whilst I was feeding Sky on the lure, the weather started to get way worse, and then even worse as I was walking her back to the aviary, so everybody else had to be fed in their aviaries on the glove, which is annoying considering we have an event to do this weekend, but I thought I would come inside and have a bit of chick time, so we're just having a sit down, and I've got little baby Kestrel sitting with me. And as I am imprinting this bird to work for Mercer Falconry, this is technically me working. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit with baby Kestrel, and then I'm going to sort out some emails. So I will check back in with all of you in a little bit. Right. I think last time I checked in with you all, I was just sitting down to do some imprinting with the baby Kestrel, so I did that, and then I sat and did my emails, and then I had my monthly British Falconers Club meeting to go to, so when I did that, I had a wonderful talk from Jenny Morgan at Gentleshore Wildlife Centre, and then on my way back from the pub where we hold the British Falconers Club meeting, I found myself this little lady. Oh, lovely. Now hanging upside down on the bars. So that is a tawny owl, and she was sat just by the side of the road, and I was getting driven by a friend, and they noticed her and I noticed her, and I asked them to stop, and they suddenly stopped the car, shrieked across the road. I got out, went over to have a look at her, and she took off and flew off, but she only flew a few metres away and then kind of landed in a bush. So I went and grabbed her, went around to the headlights of the car so I could get a bit of light, give her a really good check over. She seems really physically fine. I think she's been startled by something, so I brought her home, we've put her in a crate, covered her over, given her some food. I'm going to leave her in the warmth for tomorrow, and then in the morning, in the evening tomorrow, I will take her back to exactly where I found her and hopefully let her go full of beans again, full of life. But yeah, interesting way to end Tuesday night. So I will see you all tomorrow. So it's Wednesday morning. The weather is better today. Still a bit rubbish. It keeps sort of spitting on and off, but it's better than yesterday. I've just finished sorting out all of the birds' food. I've checked on little Miss Wild Tawny Owl, and she is still alive. I think she's playing dead at the moment, but if you look at her, she could be very lively. So I'm going to go and release her this evening. But first things first, before we start sorting out the birds, I have got to feed this very hungry little Kestrel. I've got my coffee. I've got my bag of bird treats. So, let's go find some birds. According to this, it's going to stop in 10 minutes and then it's going to start again half an hour later. So I've got a half-hour window to get birds flown. Okay, bizarrely, all the rain suddenly stopped. We've now got blue sky. So I grabbed Sky as fast as I could. I'm going to get her out and get her flown and then see what other birds we can get done. So I'll probably do Peggy next whilst it's nice, and then Sway after that, and then see what other birds I can get done after that as well. But first, let's get Sky up in the air. Oh, Peggy next. We'll see how she does. Oh, straight away. Good girl. To be honest, I couldn't have asked for any better than that from Peggy. She was spot on. Just immediate reaction every single time I called her over. She was even trying to sort of follow me around the perches before I even managed to get a piece of food and call her over. So that's excellent. Hopefully that continues into the weekend when she has a display, because this event that she's done before, she has disappeared off out of the arena at. So hopefully we can get this wonderful attention and immediate reactions on display on Saturday. But let's see. This vlog seems to have turned into a video on British Weather Watch, but that wonderful sunshine I had with Sky has now turned very grey. I know it's getting grey and darker because I have to keep adjusting the ISO on the camera because it keeps just getting really dark. So you might not be able to tell how the weather has changed because I keep changing the settings on the camera, but trust me, it's gone very dark and grey since when I had Sky out. But I'm going to try and get Sway done. The wind has now picked up as well, which is very annoying because Sway doesn't like the wind, but Sky really does. So I wish I'd had this wind whilst flying Sky rather than Sway. Good boy. So, oh, and now the rain has started. Right, let's get Sway done quickly and then get back inside. I guess I'll spend the day doing more email stuff, which is just delightful. So just quickly to try and show you, I've put the settings on the camera back to how they were when I was flying Sky, so that you can now see the difference. Excuse me. Just trying to snatch that out of my hand. I'll quickly add in another clip over the top of when I was flying Sky with the same camera settings, so you can see the difference in greyness and brightness. But yeah, not very nice at the moment. Sway, come on down on there. Put the brakes on. Good boy. done. So that was literally 4 seconds for you, but much longer for me. So I think now I'm going to have some dinner, and then I think I'm going to sit and have some chick time with these two. How long have I got? I have got 4 hours before my TikTok live, my first ever TikTok live. It's something brand new that I'm trying. Don't know how it's going to go, but it's scheduled for 6 o'clock this evening, so we'll see how that goes in 4 hours. So it's getting towards evening now, so I've brought the tawny owl that I found last night by the side of the road in her crate to the woods. So there's just some sort of little section of woods down here in the corner of the field that I fly the birds in, and the reason I brought her here rather than the road is because obviously it's a road, but the road that I found her is literally there through those trees, so I thought this is close enough. It's a more natural setting for her in the trees rather than the woods. I'm hoping the way that this is going to go is that I open up this door and she goes wonderfully flying out like you see in those videos, but she's been very quiet and she's been playing dead for most of the day. She has had a bit of food. I did manage to convince her to eat a little piece of food, obviously not whilst I was there, I left it with her, and as I've gone and picked up the crate to bring her out here, she has moved around a little bit, so I'm hoping that if I lift up the sheet, open up the door and then quietly step back, she should make her own way out and off she goes for a nice full life as a wild tawny owl again. But let's see how it goes. Right, it's Thursday morning. I have an experience session to do tomorrow, Friday, which means today is my last chance to go and get some test flights done over at Clifton Campville, ready for Saturday. So we're going to head over, we're going to load the birds into the van. I'm going to take the chicks with me as well. We're going to head over. It's only 7 minutes away, which is just wonderful. It's nice having an event so close to home. 7 minutes away, we'll get the birds test flown and see how it goes. Yeah, I reckon this is all going to go horribly wrong though.
Are you chasing them around?
She's probably going to go and sit on that. A couple of weekends ago, I was at Highclere Castle where they filmed Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
She left the arena and went and sat on the castle.
Oh, nice.
Come then. Now I'm just out walking the dogs. Test flights went well. Sky was a bit strange. She flew sort of how she expected to fly, so she was going up and circling around and ranging out a little bit, and then she was coming back down towards me, but she was never really going for the lure. She was kind of just going through the motions of doing a pass without actually going for the lure, so that was a little bit strange, but she still did her flight. She did quite well, better than the past couple of days I've seen her, where she's been quite sluggish. She's on exactly the right weight, so hopefully she'll be good for the weekend. Peggy, she's kind of known for disappearing off out of the arena. She's done it multiple times at this particular event before, but she did really well. Sway is Sway. Sway always does fine. Little baby Kestrel also had a turnout in the arena as well. They were very popular with everybody who was getting set up for the event. So all went well. So tomorrow is experience session, and then day after, Clifton Campville Country Fair, which I'm looking forward to. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. But dog walk time for me is my personal time. So this is one of my favourite parts of my day, where I get to just come out, phone gets turned off, no business is done, nobody can pester me. I get to just walk around in the countryside, in nature, listen to the birds singing, watch the dogs go and have a load of fun, and get a load of steps in. Not like I need them anyway, but it's a nice relaxing break in the middle of my day. So I'm going to go and enjoy my dog walk. Right, it's Friday. Ignore the noise in the background, that is my coffee machine making my coffee. I have got an experience session this morning until 1 o'clock. I'm gonna ask the people if they mind whether I do some filming, so you'll know whether a bunch of clips come next of the experience session or not, whether they said yes or no. So I've got like 5 minutes before I get started. I'm trying to quickly pour my coffee, and then we'll get going for the experience session.
Were amazing, but what really did me was the peregrine falcon.
Yeah.
Just how fast it
really
is. Oh yeah, 200 mile an hour. No, what's the? I think it is. It's supposed to be gravity coming down, diving.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's incredible.
Totally noticed.
I mean, it's very greedy, aren't they? It's like Bella when you give her a treat. That's a beak, isn't it? Will he eat that?
Yeah. You've got a hair. Can I take? It's a dog hair.
Yeah,
Let me have. No, never mind.
It's gone in.
So owls, they've got incredible eyesight, but only far away. They can't really see up close. So that's why he's got all these. You can see all these little, almost looks like whiskers all around his beak. They're not actually whiskers; they are still feathers. They're called phyloplumes. They're basically just a really, really fine quill without all the what we call the barbs and the barbules that go along the side of it. And so it kind of just turns into a whisker. Right. And he uses that to feel around when he's up. I've got feather stuck to me. He uses that to feel around when he's up close, because the owls just cannot really see up close. So that's why I'm passing the food straight into his beak. Yep. Dropped it. Experience session all went very well. And then after the experience session finished, I came back to Clifton Campville, did another test flight with Sky. I managed to fill up the time on the experience session without flying her, so I managed to get another test flight of her here. Much better today than she was yesterday. And then I've been and set my marquee up. I don't know if you can see it all the way over there in the background, little tiny green thing all the way over there, right at the back of the arena, at the event. Hold on. Here's something nobody tells you about raising a baby Kestrel. Every morning I have to start my day by cleaning up all of the poos that she has sprayed all over the floor. All set up at Clifton Campville Country Fair. The gates are not open yet, people are still getting set up. I have been put right next to the inflatables, which means I get the joy of listening to two generators going all day long, which is just delightful. So I'm gonna have a quick coffee, and then I'll get a couple of birds out and let them settle before all the public arrives. So I've also found out there's no head mic in the arena, so I'm going to have to use my own, which is not really the best. I need to upgrade mine really, but they're so expensive to get good ones. I need to just bite the bullet and just buy myself a really nice head mic. But anyway, I'll have my coffee, I'll get set up, and I'll check back in with you.
There you go.
Okay, is that gonna work? Doesn't sound very nice. Right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2024 Clifton Campville Country Fair. My name is Sam from Falconry. I had a quick change of microphone because I remember from last year the microphone that I bring to give me spare hands has a massive delay on it, and it makes it very difficult. She just flew into me. Makes it very difficult to talk. So we're going for the handheld mic today. So here with me in the arena is Sway, and he is a Eurasian eagle owl. Who here has been before? Give me a wave. Anybody? You've been, okay? So you may have seen Sway flying before, because Sway has flown here for the past 3 years, I think now. So he's very comfortable in this arena and he knows what he's doing. He's a good boy. We're going to make him a mountain Sway. Come along. So Sky here, or Sky there, wherever she's gone, is a hybrid falcon. So she's two types of falcon mixed together. She's a Ger falcon crossed with a ladder falcon. Now this is totally a plant-based animal. These two animals will never cross over in the wild to be able to hide size. If anybody spots a big white bird flying around, please tell me. But what I need to do is I need to run off now, go and try and get back to my falcon that's disappeared.
So we've come to the end of Clifton Campville now, about 5 o'clock, time to start packing away. Dogs looking to join as well. It's been an interesting day of displays, despite all the test flights going very well. The actual displays not so well. Sway did absolutely fine. I filmed that one, so you'll see that one. Peggy, I got her out of the box. I'd already gone around and put food on all the perches so that she knew there was food straight away. She flew from my glove to the first perch, and just as I was saying to the audience this might be a short display, she immediately took off and left the arena and went and sat in some trees, and so I had to go and get her. So there may be a bit of an awkward cut there in the middle of trying to tell you how the displays went. A bunch of snotty little kids came running round and shouting, so I don't know where I'm going to cut, but you may hear children in the background, you may not, because I may just cut it out. I can't remember what I said, that's up to editor Dan to sort out. But birds did interesting, sort of okay. Sky flew off, Peggy flew off, Sway did well, he's usually always okay apart from Kelmash, but we don't talk about that. And then look who had a display around the corner.
Hello.
Fancy new branding.
Yes.
No longer my bitch. Hang on, I can't say that, it's YouTube.
Bleep it out.
No longer my little minion. Got his own, pardon the pun, fully fledged business. And now we are going back to Clifton Campville.
It's trying to fledge.
Trying to fledge, attempting to fledge.
It's falling down a lot.
Well, it's kind of like I'm stood there with a hand around the body throwing it out of a nest. When are you going to get your own display? So they've all come from me so far. So on the display. So we're going to go back to Clifton Campville in the evening, because Clifton Campville every single year they actually keep the show open. They get in live bands, they keep the bus that sells beer, and I've never actually managed to go on an evening despite organisers inviting me back every evening. So this year I thought finally, yes, I will go and socialise, say hello, show my face, and have some beer. So that will be the end of today. I don't know whether I will film tomorrow. This might be the end of this week's vlog, and then hopefully post it by Monday, and then do it all again next week. Yeah.
So, like how Jeremy Clarkson said in Clarkson's Farm, that thing over there, about 100 metres from where we are. Add more steps in. Do little steps to make it feel like it's further away.
No. Don't start drawing it when I'm standing here.
We missed that one.
We'll get it on this side.
There's grass in this one. All the feathers falling off. There's grass in it.
It's not really a feather, is it? It's a piece of plastic.
Yeah, but isn't that still equal?
Is it a quill? No, that's for pens, isn't it? I don't
Well,
know.
it's what you put them in.
Oh.
It's a quiver.
Quiver? No, yeah, that's a quiver. The bag. Oh, did you knock that one out?
Yeah.
Ew.
God, call me Robin Hood.
This has gone off. Oh no, there we go. It's fine. Yeah, you're a little bit ratty. If you recorded that.
He just called me a little bit ratty. Good.
Bottom corner there. Oh, okay.
I was gonna shoot you.
He's only doing it 4 steps away, and he got it there.
You did it this distance away as well. I made sure I stood here.
4 steps, 4 big massive steps.
4 massive comedy steps. The wind's going down to affect my shooting. I'm an archer. I know these things. Oh, apparently not.
It's a very high elbow.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a nice vertical elbow. Not vertical, horizontal elbow from the YouTube videos I've watched.
Got good form.
No, you've not got
What?
good form. So you've got a very high
It's got to go
elbow.
down.
No, that's too far down. You had it like up there.
Oh, okay.
You want it horizontal.
horizontal.
And also from the
Yeah,
YouTube
okay.
videos I've watched, it's 3 fingers below, not 2 below, 1
No,
above.
there are different techniques.
Yeah.
So you can put 3 fingers below, you can put 1 finger there.
How is there any difference?
Because it affects the angle of the arrow.
Yeah.
So depending on where you're pulling the string.
Oh, okay.
I've watched
This
videos
is not
of
an
it.
archery channel.
So this theoretically pushes the arrow down more. No, hang on. No, hang on. Geometry. This pushes the arrow down more. This makes it straighter because you put pressure up here as well.
Okay. We're still not going in the right place.
Right, you bastard.
All on the left, apparently.
I won. So that's my vlog from 6 months ago. Please do let me know if you enjoyed watching that. I would like to make more of these kind of videos alongside the other videos that I've got on my sort of a main educational point. So please let me know if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like the video, that always helps. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And for now, thank you very much for watching.